Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we are back with another important update on LAB token. Yesterday morning, I made a video about LAB token and explained that after a small dump, we could see a correction in the price. And, exactly as expected, LAB token started showing a strong correction shortly after that analysis. If you look at the chart, LAB token moved up by almost 8%, and interestingly, this move happened within only around 8 hours. At that time, I also explained that after this correction, we could potentially see another selling wave or dump, and that is exactly what we are seeing right now. The price has once again started moving toward the downside. As I mentioned in the previous video, the current structure still looks weak, and if selling pressure continues, we could continue to see gradual downside movement. At the moment, LAB token is trading around the 6-cent area, or approximately 6 cents. Looking at the last 24 hours, LAB token has experienced another decline of roughly 2%. While a 2% daily drop may not look very significant by itself, the bigger concern is the repeated selling pressure. If the token continues losing 2% or 3% every day without a meaningful recovery, the overall trend can become increasingly bearish. Now, if we move to the 4-hour time frame, the situation becomes even more interesting. On the 4-hour chart, we can clearly see that the token has already experienced a significant dump. After the initial sharp decline, instead of making a strong recovery, the price has continued to move gradually lower. This type of price action is important because it shows that buyers are currently struggling to create enough momentum to reverse the trend. We are also seeing similar weakness across several smaller tokens. Coins such as DEX, Siren, LAB, and Velvet are also showing selling pressure. Of course, every token has its own fundamentals and price structure, so we should not assume that all of them will behave exactly the same way. However, the broader weakness among smaller and lower liquidity tokens is something traders should keep in mind. Now, let's move away from the chart for a moment and look at the latest news and developments surrounding LAB token. One of the biggest things I have been watching is whether the LAB team or its community can introduce a major catalyst that could change the current market sentiment. For example, a significant token burning announcement, a major buyback program, or a listing on a large cryptocurrency exchange could potentially create new demand and attract additional attention. Without a major catalyst like this, it may be difficult for LAB token to generate a strong and sustainable pump, especially while the broader price structure remains weak. This is why I believe traders should not simply buy the token because they see a small green candle or a temporary correction. A short-term bounce does not automatically mean that the larger downtrend has ended. We also need confirmation from price action. Looking at some of the analysis being discussed in the market, there are traders who believe that LAB token could potentially move even lower from the current levels. Some of the chart structures being discussed also suggest continued downside pressure. However, remember that technical analysis is not a guarantee. A bearish pattern can fail, just as a bullish pattern can fail. Therefore, traders should always wait for confirmation, instead of assuming that a particular target will definitely be reached. Another point that has attracted attention is the lack of major positive news around the token. At the moment, there does not appear to be a major announcement that fundamentally changes the current situation. There has also been discussion within the community regarding how some accounts or users are being blocked when they post criticism or negative comments about LAB. I would personally recommend looking at such situations carefully and focusing on verifiable information rather than rumors or emotional posts. Now, there is one interesting update that has appeared very recently. While I was preparing this video, LAB posted a new update related to its AI functionality. According to the announcement, LAB AI is introducing an AI-powered summary feature designed to provide additional context around research tokens. The idea is that users can use the AI system to understand what a particular token does, what factors may be influencing it, and potentially what is driving its price. The feature is reportedly becoming available on Android, while an iOS version is expected to follow. This is certainly an interesting product development. However, the important question for investors is whether this feature will actually create meaningful demand for the LAB token itself. There is a big difference between developing a useful product and creating direct token demand. An AI feature may improve the application and potentially increase user engagement, but that does not automatically mean the token price will immediately increase. For Lab token to experience a major and sustainable price recovery, the market may need to see stronger catalysts.